Welcome to another video. In this video here, I'm going to be showing you the game that got me to 499 Elo, basically 500 Elo on Blitz. Obviously, I'm 1100 Elo in Rapid. And the reason why I'm just trying to grind Blitz is because I need to get my level similar to the Rapid rating so that it looks prettier, but also so I can play against good opponents when I am playing Blitz, so I can continue learning. In this video here, you're going to see me try and explain my moves, but I can't really remember why I make certain moves. One, because I'm a low elo player, I'm not all that good at chess. And for example, there's going to be moments where I mention what Stockfish thinks is the best move, right? But I'm not going to go too in depth again because I'm too dumb to explain it, and I don't want to make myself look like too big of a schmuck. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to catch you in one of my streams. I am now streaming on Twitch and only on Twitch. I used to stream on YouTube, but I want to switch to Twitch and I want to just do YouTube videos on YouTube. My Twitch is the same as my YouTube, Chess with B6K6, and I hope to catch you on my next stream. So let's begin with this video. So I first play D4, which is why I always play, because obviously I play the Queen's Gambit. My opponent plays E6, and I play Knight to C3. And then my opponent here plays B4, which is obviously attacking my knight, pinning it to the king. I just continue normal development. All these positions I've been in before, so I'm not going to talk too much about them. The first thing I want to talk about is this position here. When I push my bishop to attack their queen, they can just block like this. And the funny thing is, Stockfish actually wants me to retreat my bishop all the way back to his beginning square. So I don't necessarily think that this bishop move is actually the best, and it isn't the best move. In this position here, Stockfish either wants me to take um on d5 or play e3, and that I do understand because my bishop does have other ways to be an issue. It's got threatening positions it can be in and stuff like that, and unfortunately that's not what I played. So they obviously do this and I retreat again. The analysis bar says I'm zero point 0.7 up, which is okay, but it's not like, oh, you're winning the game. So we just continue playing and I take on d5 now, and then they take back. And then what proceeds to happen is I play e3, allowing my bishop to be able to see that diagonal, also develop if it wants to, and my opponent blocks my bishop in by pushing that pawn. This is like a locked structure. Again, I'm using terminology that one I'm getting from Gotham chess videos, so if I'm using it incorrectly, I do sincerely apologize. But yeah, that is the reason. Like, this is a locked position, so my bishop's not able to get out, and now I'm gonna have to like find ways for my pieces to be useful, put them on the right squares, and I'll hopefully win this game. Well, you know I'll win this game because I'm making a video on it and I'm telling you that this is the game that got me to 500 elo. But moving on, so I play a4 with the queen. That was obviously not the best move. The best move in this position was bishop to e2. So obviously just to get castling. I don't know why I don't play this. I think what it is sometimes I overcomplicate things. But again, I think that's just because I watch a lot of high class chess gameplay and I want to be like those people I'm watching. But I ain't got it like that. But it's not, it's all right though. One day I'll have it like that. But yeah, so he just continues to develop his pieces. I'm guessing he's gonna want to castle, but he doesn't castle. Well, he castles now. I was just confused by the moves I was looking at on the board. Again, this is a very amateur chess game, but again, we do stick to the principles. We get our pieces out as long as nothing's been blundered or anything like that. Now we just both castle, and then my opponent here attacks my queen with the knight. I obviously retreat, and then they attack my queen. Well, they don't attack my queen again, but they just move the knight to attack my pawn on c3. But I believe they tried to not pre-move it, but they already had in mind they were going to attack that pawn. But they didn't know I was going to move my queen. And after I moved my queen, they just made the move anyway, and they gave me a free knight. Now I am +3 up in material. And being that much up in material this early on, I could literally trade all the pieces off the board and I could win the game. Obviously, now he attacks my queen again, and I just go back. He pushes the pawn on b5. I push the pawn to a3. The reason why I do that is just to prevent the pawn on b5 to be able to push further down and stuff like that. And then he pushes another pawn, and then I reroute my knight. The reason why I wanted to reroute my knight was because I didn't like that it was covering the f file, and then I also wanted to be able to push my e pawn to e4, which is what I do. He takes, I take with the knight, and then now that knight is pinned to my queen, and his queen is also coming. So that knight now is a liability. So obviously I play f3. And the reason why I was able to play f3 was, again, if you go back, it was simply because that knight was able to reroute. So if anything, that was a good move. I do like that move. Now he attacks my bishop. I just come back, brings the rook. So now he's got a lot of pieces attacking my knight, and there's not many pieces defending my knight. And his pawn on c4 really annoyed me this game because my bishop didn't really have anything that it could do. It was just stuck. But again, here I make a mistake by pushing my bishop to attack his rook. And I have no idea why I did that. Because now that I'm looking at it, well, I obviously did look at this game after as well. And I completely was like, wow, I made a mistake there. But they make a mistake by not taking that bishop. And they take my knight with the rook. And I don't know why they take my knight with the rook. Because I just take the rook back with the pawn. Now I'm up 5 points of material. They take the bishop with um they take my pawn with the bishop, and here I pin the bishop to the queen. So if he takes my queen, I take his with check, and he's gonna have to move. So that's not what proceeded to be. That's not what proceeded to happen. What proceeded to happen was him taking my bishop on f3, and then I obviously took the rook. I think I missed those. Let me go back. Right. Okay. So in this position, what happens is he takes, and I take, and then he takes, and then I take. And then obviously here I want to just trade pieces because I'm up 8 points of material here. So I've got 2 rooks at the end of all this, and he's just got a knight, which is what happens. And now I just start eating his pawns. And the moment I started eating his pawns, I knew the game was over. As you can see, my opponent did not play this end game well at all, and I knew it was an easy win because all I need to do was just push my pawns up. And now that it's only his king, I was gonna originally just checkmate with the rooks, but I was like, why am I putting myself in a harder position? I could literally make a queen and finish this game quicker, which is exactly what I proceeded to do. And then I ended up mating my opponent in 4 moves after making the queen, I believe. But let's actually go back and make sure, because I wanna see how quick I did it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And that is how I got to 500 Elo on Blitz. I hope you do enjoy these type of videos because one, I'm gonna keep making them. Hopefully the quality of the video improves and things like that. And I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care.